Hello and welcome everyone to another wonderful chess video brought to you by FM Daniel Rensch via Chess.com and the wonders that is. We are here today to continue our lecture series on the topic of principle of two weaknesses. The first couple videos discuss some of the basic concepts behind principle of two weaknesses, some of the ways that you can execute these concepts in your own thought process, which is always important. We want to improve our thought process, not just learn another game, because there are millions of chess games, but how can we improve our thought process and our winning technique? So that's what we're trying to do here today. So continuing our topic of principle of two weaknesses, we have a position here where white is much better. Hopefully we can see that from the beginning. This pawn on h7 is a monster of sorts because it only takes one slip by black or the right plan by white for this guy to become a queen. However, the problem here is that removing the rook from in front of the pawn and getting it to queen is going to be a difficult task. Obviously, this rook has enough squares along the h-file to hide, and unless we were able to find another way to get in, maybe via the queen side or possibly reaching this knight up to f6, which should be one of our first immediate goals to protect the pawn, so therefore the rook could move. Unless we can find some way to execute that, I don't see any help coming for the rook. Now, in this game, and in this particular topic here, today's video, I want to talk about some of the practical execution, some of the practical examples of what actually goes into putting this stuff into play. Obviously, it's easy to understand some of these concepts in theory, in terms of setting our goals and looking for our opponent's threats and all that stuff. But actually executing them in a game is another issue altogether. And you're going to see that I actually missed a chance very early on in this game to have an easier win, and I think part of that was because of the fact that I probably should have checkmated my opponent in the middle of the board at some point earlier in the game. I was frustrated with myself at this point and felt that I should have already won the game, and obviously these are things we want to avoid. And so now I kind of had to find a new plan all over again, and so I was playing fast, which is natural. I think a lot of people, when you had a winning position and you get a position where you're sort of a little bit frustrated, it's natural to want to play a little bit fast and just kind of, you're still sort of wishful thinking that the game is almost going to win itself. But when I found out that that wasn't the case, I was forced to sort of figure out an accurate winning plan, and I kind of fumbled upon a really instructive idea. And so that is what we're doing today. We're gonna see what that instructive idea was and kind of how the thought process came together. So again, even though I'm talking a lot here, this should be fun for you. I want to talk about one thing real quick in terms of what it takes to execute these ideas in a practical game. And I think there's one thing in particular that if you have the discipline to do, especially once you reach a winning endgame, whether you came from a winning position and you're upset with yourself, or whether you were losing or anywhere in between, really important that once you have this winning position and we're thinking about creating a second target, that we do one thing, and that is set our goals. What I mean by that is recognizing something where, okay, if this piece was here, the game would be an easy win.
We hope you enjoyed this video demo from Chess.com. Subscribe today to finish this video and get unlimited access to our full video library. Your membership also includes access to Chess Mentor, the most advanced interactive training tool available anywhere. You'll also get full access to the Opening Explorer, Tactics Trainer, and much, much more. So sign up today and get serious about improving your game.